How's it going, everybody? This is Mike Brown in episode 2 of Out of the Park series with the Minnesota Twins. I've just given you a little recap. Right now, it is June 6th. Today would be the first player draft, and I'm just going to kind of run by you guys what I have already simulated through. Before I started simulating, I had started to make some trades with first the Cincinnati Reds, trading Lamont Wade and then a right-handed pitcher Randy LeBlanc in exchange for Alex Blandino and $3 million in cash. Another trade I made would be with Miami, where I send away Felix Jorge and right-handed pitcher Aaron Sledgers, and then we would receive John Norwood and $1 million in cash. So if we look at John Norwood scouting report, we have Footloose, Fancy Free. Norwood can do a lot of damage at the top level. These are some of the things I really look into when I look at scouting reports. Let's see. Let's go back. And another trade helped free up some cash for this off season, or for the season. Traded away Michael Tonkin and Hector Santiago, and prospect Akil Badu, if I pronounced that right, in exchange for third baseman Cody Ash and $1 million. So what this will do is Hector, he was on the hook for $8 million this season. So trading Tonkin and Badu here were the two big pieces I would push along, but add on Hector Santiago to kind of move deadweight over to the White Sox in exchange for a kid who's barely making $500,000 and an extra $1 million in cash. And with the extra cash, I was able to sign on Melvin Upton Jr., left fielder, and Paco Rodriguez to add more depth in the bullpen. That takes care of all that. This is telling us the first year player draft, where we have Hunter Green at 1, DL Hall at 2. Told you guys before that I am going to work on getting pitchers in the draft. So Alex Faedo, Hunter Green, DL Hall, Kyle Wright are all notable people I might draft. Let's also look at some of the standings here. So right now we are playing at what the owner wants us to play, 500 ball. We go to pitching staff, Phil Hughes, Irvin Santana. No one's really doing all that well. Jose De La Paula is another guy I signed on, and him and Jose Barrios, Kyle Gibson are the ones that are kind of keeping the rotation in check. But if we look here, runs scored, looks like we have the highest one of the higher offenses. Most runs scored, fifth batting average, on base percentage, we're second. Home runs, we're tied for first. Stolen bases, we're tied for eighth. So it looks like we're doing really well offensively. The one thing I stressed out the most was our ERA. For starters ERA, we are almost dead last. Bullpen ERA is just the same. Defensive efficiency is not looking too good as well. So I think before I begin the draft, I may push some players around just so I can bring in some fresh legs, because in my last episode I had mentioned bouncing around the idea if I should go for the playoffs or rebuild. So what the plan of action is now, I'm just going to kind of play it slowly game by game until we get to the trade deadline. Right now I may push for a pitcher. Let's check waiver wire. Doesn't have anything. Oh, he may be something for the bullpen. A couple of these middle relievers. See what I can get. I might bring on that one kid. Waiver wire. Let's see. Let's check free agents. See if anyone else has recently added. So, again, looking for pitchers. Ones that can start. Not seeing anyone. Let's go to starter. Ooh, wow. With high potential or rating. Jorge De La Rosa. Not looking any better either. He's 0-2 in Arizona. Doesn't look like he had much. Oh, in 2015 it was good, but nothing's promising there. So what I may do is I may start shopping some players around, see who I can snag right before the draft begins. Let's start with Presley Belial. Oh, he's getting up there in age. I don't know if he would be worth shopping around. I may not get anything. Let's try with Rogers. Just see what I can pull from the good old trading world. And again, it all depends on what I can get through trades. Will kind of depend on how the season will progress, the rest of the season, to see if I can make a push. Let's see. Looking for. Now I know I'm not going to get a top of the rotation starter, but I want to see if I can have someone fight for the middle rotation. What else can I? Oh, I know. Where are you at? Yeah, I'm going to start adding some needs here. So, starting pitcher, maybe older than 32. Salary, average, I'd say. Okay, so, and I want majors. So there we go. I'll run that, let that run its course. I'll see if there are any other teams looking to rebuild, and if so, then I may. White Sox are rebuilding. Looks like they're the only team, so who do they have for pitchers that are available? They got Pelfrey, not too bad. Jose Quintana, really good. Santiago, no. It's Pelfrey's contract. Oh wow, that is not bad at all. Not bad for 33, really? Only $500,000? I am quite surprised. Alright, let's see here. No, he's going to be a free agent, so he's probably, and he's only got one good pitch. So let's look at Quintana here, and let's see who I can throw in the mix. For you, and Alfred Duffy offers an insult. Kepler Sano, not really, because Kepler and Sano are a couple of the higher end bats I have. So let's see who we have here. I also promote Alberto Mejia if I can't get a trade. Rosario, Gordon, Javier is doing really good. Snow. I don't know. I kind of want to keep Gordon just because he's getting close to the majors, closer than Javier. Let's look at the scouting reports, and he should rank a respectable prospect list for Jose Quintana. Let's try. So if I do add, how much can I get them to retain? Could I do that? This wouldn't be bad. I get a good starter, give up a lot of prospects in the process, but you know what? I'm going to gamble on this. Plus, I get Quintana for a few more seasons, so I'm going to do it. Alright, Alberto Mejia. He is now a Minnesota Twin, and the next day, I want to simulate through the day today because it's the draft, I'll put Quintana in at the starting rotation, and then I may bump. See, Santana's another guy I wanted to get off. Move him around with his contract, although I'm not sure who I can get with Santana. Ooh, I'm seeing Josh Reddick. I'm liking that. Matt Kemp. Let's look at Reddick here. So our money would improve just by us. So let's see if they can retain. Who would I have to give up? Rogers. I was kind of planning on getting rid of Rogers. Can I still give up Rogers? Oh, nope. I'm not. Alright, 50. Give him Rogers. And then our money would jump close to 5 million. Alright, there we go. Bringing in a right fielder and Josh Reddick. He'll be good at in depth. So if we look at adding our player, Josh Reddick. Adding Josh Reddick to the lineup, we'd have him, Kepler, and Melvin. Let's look at our disabled list because I'm seeing a lot of people missing. Who do we have out? So I have to wait a couple more weeks for him, a couple more months for him. Byron Buxton should be back in 5 days. So, okay, I'm not going to be too terribly damaged from the outfield position. So, with the trades I've made so far, I think I'm in good shape to go for the draft. What do I have? What am I looking at here? So cash, 6 million, budget. Yeah, I think I'm pretty safe now into the draft. Let's see here. Yeah. Before we begin, I'm gonna check on Kinsler and what he's asking for. If you guys remember from last episode, it was around, holy smokes, 8 million is what he was asking for at the beginning of the season. It is now spiked up to 16 million. And I'm not liking that at all. That is quite the jump, and I do not feel safe making a contract. I'm just gonna throw something at him, see if he bites at this. That's still a lot, because I don't even know if I can do that. It's gonna tell me. Alright. Apparently with the help of moving Hector Santiago and Irvin Santana, it's freed up a lot of budget for the future to where I can now sign Brandon Kinsler. The owner will be very pleased. And now, alright, we're first, and let us begin. So now, as I had mentioned before, I want to focus on pitchers, mainly through this draft. I have 22 million to offer. I don't want to wait that long for Hunter Green. I may move into Kyle Wright, Vanderbilt kid. And there's a lot of good pitchers that came out of Vanderbilt. We have David Price, Sonny Gray are just two of the names off the top of my head. I like what I see out of Kyle, Head scout loves him. OSA likes him. Checking the scouting reports. Focus. That frustrates easily. Yeesh. He's going to be a complete package. A plus arm with plenty of attitude. Alright. I'm liking what I see. The only scary part is the personality, but I think we can work on that. Let's see, who's the other kid? Hunter Green. He's too young. I don't want to make a jump on him. Who's the other? Faedo. He'd be another kid to look at. He's 15 and 4. What are his scouting reports? Honest effort each day. Pitches can get heavy. Sits on the fastball 91-93. Be good enough to get big leaguers out. Faedo looks good. So does Kyle Wright. I don't know, and I kind of fell in love with the Kyle Wright move from the very get-go. So he's asking for 5.5 million. What are we looking at for Faedo? I was only looking at 5 million. His control isn't quite there yet. Bouncing around. Let's see, Kyle Wright. Control isn't quite there yet either. I might make the move for Kyle Wright. Yeah, I'm going for it. Alright. Oh, wow, that's cool. He's 1 day after my birthday. Yeah, draft and meet demand. Next auto draft. Let's see here. Who else? We have some more starting pitchers that are still up here. We have Cornwell, Glenn Otto. He's not asking for a lot. Head scout doesn't like him. OSA loves him. Scouting reports. Let's look at the top though. Head scout loves him. OSA not as much, although I kind of trust my head scout a lot. So let's look at scouting reports. He's going to be an ace, fearless on the mound, makes pitching look easy. Alright, Tabber, congratulations, you are now a Minnesota Twin. There he is. I just saw him. Congratulations. Draft and meet demand. Alright, so now Move on to the third round. Who would I like to see? Oh, first baseman. He's got some really good numbers. Let's look at the scouting reports. Not big enough for a regular role. Love to shorten his swing to adjust to the higher levels. He's not very fast. OSA doesn't like the guy, but the head scout does. Scouting reports telling us does things right, and it's easy to see him have a long career. Projects to be a .310 hitter. KJ, he just might. OSA loves him. Head scout loves him. Scouting reports. This kind of bat, Springer could go places. Easily to forecast a long career and a starting regular. Average hitter, can turn on a mistake for power. Shut out all distress and put it on automatic. I may just draft the kid. Alright, Chad. Congratulations, you are now a Minnesota Twin. Another center fielder with great defense. I want someone with a little better contact. Home run power isn't going to go anywhere, according to our head scout, but OSA likes him. Scouting reports tell us that consensus is that he possesses good tools. He's book smart, people skills, hard worker, often define Allen. No power whatsoever, and not expected to change. Wow. I believe I looked at him already. I think I have. This kid, left fielder, Carl Chester. So now, let's look at, I want to do second and third baseman. So, let's check all infielders. Nick Allen. Heck. Let's see. Head scout loves him. OSA, not so much. Scouting reports tell us valuable property any team would want on its roster. Projects to be an average contact hitter. Power above average plus. Big raw power should come once he finds a bit more loft in his swing. Good communicator and consensus seeker. He can bring the power. He's a leader, loyalty, isn't big on greed. Matt, I may run the risk and draft you. And plus, it's not a real high demand he's asking for. So now, for third baseman, OSA doesn't like him. Head scout loves him. Do a lot of damage at the top level. Okay swing is a phenomenon. Gap hitter with decent power. Little to no speed. Much of what happens in his career arc will be up to him. Okay, kind of questionable with the personality, but kind of like what I see with him. Roll the dice on him and draft him. So now, that pictures, why is it showing right fielder? Ryan. Head scout likes you. OSA kind of likes you. Scouting reports reveal his fastball is consistently 89-91. Improved mechanics will become a plus pitch. His fastball is sort of interesting in any organization. Always look when the pressure is high and the game is on the line. Ryan, I'm starting to like what I see out of you. And there we have it with Ryan. He will be the third or fourth pitcher you've taken. Raw talent isn't there. Consistently focus on tasks at hand. His stuff shows respectable potential. I might just draft Beck. And then draft player, auto draft. I'll go a couple more and then kind of simulate it. Head scout's good with him, so is OSA. Not a whole lot of potential. They tell me, yep. So I may just move out of the relievers and see best overall. Clay Casey. Head scout's okay with him. OSA likes him. May not be able to realize his raw potential. Not much potential. Be up to him. Okay, he's very durable. I'm going to run the risk with Clay. Draft him. See with Justin. Head scout, not a fan. OSA, big fan. His future as a batter looks bleak. Potential 270. Well, that's not terrible. Honest effort each day. Justin, I may make the move on you. I'm just going to check one more kid before I make my final decision. OSA loves the guy. A subpar offensive player. Contact is consistent average to above average. Bat speed, low average. Between innings, Ledford likes to hit the batting cage. Alright, so he's showing that he likes to work. And for now, auto draft the rest of the way through. And that kind of wraps up the entire draft. Let's see here. So now I can work on Quintana. Put you in starting rotation. So now active roster. Very, very happy with that move. Hopefully he can help with the lineup. Phil Hughes, 13. Good golly, Miss Molly. Let's see what we can shop you around for. Might not have a whole lot of people interested in a pitcher such as himself who's been struggling this season. Oh, I see a Kemp and a Sandoval. May just keep Phil in the chance that he may be able to bounce back for the second half of the season. Josh Reddick, welcome to the Twins. Alright, so now let's put in Reddick. Like what I see out of him, so I may move him. I think center fielder's a good other. Nope, he's pure right field. What is Kepler? Can he work? He can work first base, he can work left field, so he's Alvin Upton. Can he work center? He can work center field. I may bounce around Melvin and Kepler around, but again, I'm gonna have Byron Buxton come here in a couple days off the disabled list, so I shouldn't have to worry too much. So that kind of wraps up episode 2 of Out of the Park series of the Minnesota Twins. My name is Mike Brown, and I'll catch you next time.